Hey YouTube, I wanted to give y'all a little update, a little treat. I'm gonna give the white throat some super worms. Thought y'all might enjoy seeing him eat. Let's see here. It's amazing that he can pick out one little worm at a time. This isn't something that he gets a lot of, but occasionally I give him a handful of them. Of course, they have calcium powder on them. Get a little closer for you. Pretty sure this thing had zoom, but it seems to not want to function. I think he discovered we were looking at him. I actually upped his food intake, and he has calmed down a little bit. Before he would stay hidden when I would come in here and immediately whip his tail and run hide under a log. Now when he comes in, he stays on his basking spot. I open his door and he doesn't move. I've also started getting him out once or twice a week and taking him out in the sun since it's warmed up a good bit, along with some of the other animals. But I was going to give him these worms, and I thought it'd be a good little video. Thought y'all might get a kick out of seeing him eat. He's probably, I'm going to guess 2.5 feet now. I showed y'all the video when I first got him, so you could go back and do a comparison there. I have not stuffed him. You know, originally he got like 1 mouse a week. Eggs here and there. Now he gets 1 small can of Iams cat food, probably 2 hard-boiled eggs, and a mouse or 2 a week. He also gets things, you know, if I thaw a mouse out and the snake doesn't eat it, or a small rat or something. Well, not a small rat, but more like a hopper rat, crawler, whatever they call it. I'll give it to him. Things of that nature. So he's kind of like my disposal on top of his normal meals. So like I said, I have increased his intake a good deal. In the afternoons, when it's so warm outside, the room temperature gets up around 80. And not sure exactly what his basking spot is. I know a lot of the books say 120 to 130 for basking, and it's definitely over 100, maybe closer to 110. Not quite as hot as they say, but he seems to like it just fine. I don't want to burn him or anything of that nature, so I keep like an ambient temperature of 85, 90 in the cage, and then the basking spot's closer to 110. I haven't actually checked it in a while, but I'm assuming that's about what it is. But he seems to be happy, fat. He's not obese. You can see down the side. You can see like I'm not sure what you call it, but I call it the lean line. If you look at most monitors, they have this bulging belly that sticks out on both sides. Well, monitors that I think are not obese have this almost little ridge down their sides. And if you can still see that, I think they're healthy. You know, you don't want them emaciated or skinny or caved in on the side by any means. But if I can get a little closer, you can see this line I'm talking about. But it's right above the shoulder. You can see it right there kind of good. It comes down the sides there. you don't want his belly to stick out much further than that. Once it gets out beyond that, in my opinion, you're on the verge of being obese. And there's no sense in just making them fat for the sake of it. They do tend to gorge themselves. But you can see, I gave him probably 20 worms. He's probably ate 5 or 6 of them. He's a little dark right now. He is fixing to shed. His cage is 6 feet. And he's at least 2, probably 2.5 feet, because that one section there is 3 foot. It's kind of hard to see because he's at an angle, but top is filthy. But it's plexiglass, so it scratches real easy and it's kind of dull. So it's better to look through the sides. Too close, you get a glare. No, on some of the black throats, they say you can see hemipene bulges on the males, and not sure on the white throats, but he definitely appears to have them. He has not inverted them, but since he's not very aggressive or doesn't get too upset, I would say that he has no reason. He doesn't ever defecate on me or anything like that. He's now trying to dig in the worms. I don't know why he's digging at them. Don't turn them all loose. He got one, but he lost one. That's alright. He likes to dig in the bark. Maybe he'll dig one up. Oh, he found the one he lost. I found these super mealworms, or I'm not even sure they're considered mealworms, but they're super worms. They look like big mealworms at a local reptile show, and my leopard geckos love them. So that was my original reason for buying them. I bought, I think, 500, and I went through them in a matter of, I don't know, maybe a month and a half. Just feeding them to the leopard geckos, oh, I'm sorry, and the bearded dragon. And when I went to reorder them, I found a place online that was only going to be about $5 or $6 more to jump up to 1,000 versus 500. So I bought 1,000 of them. You can see I've got them in a 10-gallon tank on egg crates, and got the I don't know what you call it, the mealworm chow, and then potatoes in the bottom for them to eat. They seem to do good. Anyway, so I also discovered that as treats, my baby crested geckos like them. So I've been giving them 3 days a week. They have a little cap full of crested gecko diet. Then on the 4th day, I remove it and give them a super worm. Then on the 5th day, I give them another cap full of crested gecko diet, and then that stays in there another 3 days. So I've noticed that they seem to grow a little quicker by getting that protein from the actual worm. I know my first small crested gecko, Pee-wee, which is now an adult, she grew way quicker than other people's I knew that had them the same age, because I gave her more crickets than the other people did. She went from, a couple of grams to breeder size in about a year. I didn't breed her the first year, of course, but she made it to the second year, on her first year, she made it. She got a breeder size right at the end of the season. So in November, December, when I would have stopped breeding, she was of weight. So as soon as I got ready in January to put her with a male, that gave her 3 months from the time she got breeder weight. She was good to go. And of course, her first clutch was perfect. Her second clutch has been perfect. So yeah, so it worked out just perfect. So I think feeding them straight crested gecko diet definitely seems to keep them smaller longer. I think giving them the mealworm stimulates them into growing better. Let's see what I can show you here. Show you our bearded dragon. He's out here in his 55 gallon now. He's got a Reptison there, and then a heat bulb, and he's got just a big fluorescent light on the top. He's got calcium powder. That's his diet. I also put the superworms in there, and then a water dish. It's a little dirty in there, but nothing in here. This is where he was. So you can see he went from a 10 gallon to a 55 gallon. Everything else is pretty much the same. Not sure if I've showed you the reticulated python. This is a 50% dwarf male. He's about 6 feet. He's for sale. Feel free to make me an offer on him if you're interested. I would like to get about 200 out of him, maybe somewhere in that area anyway. But said he's 50% dwarf. Not sure y'all have seen this, but this is my 100% het for Orange Ghost male. Haven't had him very long. I had him a couple of weeks, but he's already eaten for me twice. Captive born, of course. A couple of years. Hoping to breed him with my Orange Ghost female. Let's see here, we have the super hypo albino leopard gecko. Yeah, their paper's dirty. They also like the superworms. Unfortunately, it looks like the sibling to this one is not a super hypo. It's just going to be a hypo. She has some black spots. Just a few. But enough that she's just going to be a hypo, 66% het for albino. The next clutch, only one survived. One was infertile. That's okay, it happens. This is another hypo. Not sure yet if it's super hypo, but it is hypo. The mom is a hypo and the dad is a super hypo. Now this is my clutch from last year. They bred this year and they've already laid their first pair of eggs. This is the female. She's super hypo, carrot tail. 100% het for albino. And then the father is super hypo albino. And looky at the carrot tail. Show you the mom and dad if I can. Show you the turtle. He's growing like a weed. He also likes the superworms. They're in there hiding, but she's getting ready to lay. Superworms like to drown themselves. Show you the looky. She is so pretty. She's a lot more yellow than this even shows. I don't know, I've had a couple people look at her and they don't think she's just a ghost. Or an orange ghost. She's a little more yellow than they're supposed to be. So who knows? The person I got her from said that she was just a ghost. I don't know. One person I talked to said that he thought that was a whole different morph that he'd seen them before. And show you the Indian Burm. He has calmed down dramatically. He has soaked his cage. He is now sweet. You can take him out and hold him all you want. Eating good, other than he will only eat live. The live rats, live mice, he doesn't care as long as it's live right now. So it's okay. I will show you my biggest normal. She will eat anything. Do a little size comparison. All of them have pooped today apparently. But this is, I don't know, I think she's a little over 500 grams. Oh, fresh shed here. Also pooped. So I have some cage cleaning to do. But I'll show you the largest versus the smallest. These two are the same age. And this is like 300 grams and 500 grams. Good bit difference. Same animals, been offered the same amount of food. But, yeah. All my animals seem to have perfect sheds except for that beast down there. I don't know if you can see it on her or not, but she has got some sweet, sweet blushing. Look at that. She is just gorgeous for a normal. Sweet, sweet animal. She came from underground reptiles. Look at the striping on the tail. It's awesome. Awesome snake. Hopefully she'll be an awesome breeder. Figure she'll be close to 800 grams by the end of this year. Hoping that puts me where I need to be for the following year. So she's 800 grams this year. That'll put her at 1,600 next year. And then breed the following season. Would be perfect. This is the butter male. He is what I plan on breeding all my normals to. So this isn't something that the big deal. He's probably 450. He's really pretty. Out of all the balls, he's the shyest. But yeah, he's probably about 450 grams. Maybe just a hair over 400. He's a good eater. Gargs are in there. Christies are still there. I moved my solo adult male in there because some reason he has stopped eating. He lost from about 40 grams down to about 30. So I moved him back to a smaller enclosure. This happened after I put him with a female. The first litter of eggs were infertile. He didn't breed her. Let's see here. I have a new favorite crested gecko. It's a baby, but see if I can find it. It is super, super dark. Hello. Hello. But yeah, he is just so dark. How well you can see that, he is black. But anyway, his name's Smutty. Oops. Come here, Smutty. Their cages need cleaning too. But anyway, that's for tomorrow. Sunday's cleaning day. Looks like I got balls and cresties to do tomorrow. But anyway, thank y'all for watching. I think that's about all I wanted to show. 2 clutches of gargoyle eggs, 4 clutches of crested gecko eggs, and 3 clutches of leopard gecko eggs in there. The lizard, little monitor, he quit eating. He left about half of them. We're going to give them to the crested geckos. But peace out. Hope y'all have a beautiful day. Tomorrow is Easter. The weather is beautiful. And yeah, backyard's getting cleaned up for the summer. Peace out.